start the recording. Okay, so this is just this it goes for anything that you have that you can promote online. I mean, you might even have a store, like an online store or something, a bookstore maybe. I know she sells books and stuff. So maybe you have an online store, maybe you have a traffic exchange, a mailer, safe list, or whatever it is that you're promoting online. I just wanted to cover some different ways to promote. And one way, of course, is in other traffic exchanges. You know, that's what I mean, that's to be the normal thing, right? To promote in other traffic exchanges. I mean, you got to surf and promote. I mean, that's how you get. If you have a membership site of any kind that you want people to join, like sign up to, traffic exchanges are a great place to get that. And especially if you own a traffic exchange, I mean, it just makes sense. You're going to promote in other traffic exchanges. And another way you can promote your traffic exchange is using Safe List, like Ad Tactics, Got Safe List, Free Safe List Mailer. There's a whole bunch of them, a whole bunch of these safe lists and stuff. I could sit here all day and name them. I mean, Got Safe List, I think, and Free Safe List Mailers is two of my favorites. I think one of the reasons I like Got Safe List so well is when you click the link in the email and it takes you over to the to view the page and everything, they have like a little lotto game, and this lotto thing it doesn't show up on every time you click. It shows up randomly. So if you get your number, you click that little button there to claim your number. It's kind of like a little game, sort of like. But it's kind of fun. It kind of takes the boredom out of clicking links in your email and going over and getting the credits and stuff. It is boring, I mean, I must say. The only thing I've kind of questioned is there's been a few people say that they get better results from Safe List than they do with traffic exchanges. And I really could never figure that out, because they're the same thing. Except to me, Safe Lists are a little bit harder to get your credits from, because in a traffic exchange, you're sitting here, you're viewing a page. When the clock counts down to 0 and then your images show, you click an image and then you go to the next page and you get X amount of credits for that. But with Safe List, you have to go to your email, open each email, click the link in each email. I mean, to me, it's just a bunch of trouble. But I've heard a lot of people say they get more results with Safe List than they do traffic exchanges. So I would say it's something you should experiment with. I mean, everybody's not going to get the same results because everybody's not promoting the same things. So, I mean, it just depends. I had that question posted to me in a support ticket here recently. He said, "Well, I'm getting all these hits, but I'm not getting any click-throughs, or I'm not seeing any results." So I went back to his account and I opened up his all the websites he was promoting, and I saw that he was promoting a lot of ClickBank stuff, which actually I ended up suspending a lot of them while I was checking them, because probably 85 to 90% of ClickBank pages always have those exit pop-ups, and that breaks the terms of service for any traffic exchange that I know of. I don't know of any traffic exchanges that actually allows those. Of course, a lot of times they slip through and we have to go find them. But I mean, and I went back and told him, I said, well, right there's your problem. It's what you're promoting. I've never got any results from ClickBank, and I'll tell you why. It's not that I can't sell the stuff. I mean, I get people click through and they buy it. The problem is the refund rate. So you go in to ClickBank, oh wow, I made $200 today or whatever. Then you go back in, sometime the next couple days later, it's back down to, you know, $10 or $20 because so many refunds. So, and that's the reason I just don't like ClickBank. They don't. I mean, they allow their vendors to overhype and undersell. Period. And that's the reason I stay away from ClickBank. So a lot of times, if you're not getting results, it's not always. I mean, don't blame the traffic exchange or don't blame the safe list or whatever, because it may be your own ads. So, you know, try advertising something different. That's what I told this guy. I said, you know, I said we got a downline builder, and on every page of my sites, as you click through the pages, you'll see ads. You know, most of the time they're at the bottom or below the other content. I said those programs, I promote those because I trust them and I have success with them, and I won't promote something that I'm not using or that I haven't used in the past. You know, I won't promote it. So, I mean, how can you really honestly promote something that you've never used before? So anything that you see me promoting, you can say that I've used it, and you can feel free to come and ask me any questions that you want about it, because I'll happily oblige to answer. So, and another way that you could advertise and stuff, you know, promote your sites, is with forums. This presentation didn't turn out quite right, it looks like, but anyway, marketing forums is what it's supposed to be here, like the Warrior Forum. Now you got to be careful on especially like the Warrior Forum. You got to be careful there. There's a lot of junk being sold over there. You know, just be careful. But you can go. You don't have to go to the Warrior Special Offers. I mean, there is such a wealth of information, and just in the marketing forum, there's a lot of newbies on there. They're asking questions all over the place. So if you sign up for an account and you log into your Warrior Forum account, you know, you can do a search. So if you're looking for a certain topic or some specific thing, type it in that search. Yeah, James, there's a lot of people in the Warrior Forum that don't like traffic exchanges, and this is my opinion. These people, they're selling junk, and they promote this junk in the traffic exchanges, and because they don't get a bunch of results and stuff from it, then traffic exchanges are bad. That's what it boils down to. That's my opinion. There's too many of them on there selling through ClickBank and stuff, selling junk, and you know, you just can't sell that stuff and expect to not get a bunch of refunds and all that stuff. And a lot of people these days have got wise to ClickBank. You know, it's not only me, but I've learned a lot about ClickBank through the Warrior Forum. So, yeah, right, Tom. Even if it's good stuff, they overcharge, in my opinion, for it. They just charge too much for this stuff. This is digital stuff, you know. Yeah, and when you click the close out page, it says, "But wait, if you buy today, you know, we'll take off this X amount." So you just got to be careful anywhere you're at. I mean, I don't care where you're at, if you're in a traffic exchange or a safe list or whatever. Just be careful and don't fall for all this hype and stuff. It's nonsense. You can't make $1 million by next Sunday. Well, I guess there's a few people in the world maybe that could, but it's very unlikely that you're going to make $1 million or even $1,000 by next Sunday, unless you're doing like they are, you know, peddling junk to people, and they can peddle all this junk and hurry up and run into their ClickBank accounts and take a snapshot of it, and then they don't tell you about all the refunds that occur after that, you know. So, but as far as the Warrior Forum, though, don't go. I'm not telling you to go to the special offers, the WSOs. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you go on there and you get with these other newbies that's on here asking questions, and you know, a lot of I have got a lot of good answers and stuff on the Warrior Forum that I totally agreed with. But I just don't go to the WSO and buy all of our junk, because it's junk, a lot of it. Just be careful on the Warrior Forum.
Shop around.
So, if you're on the Warrior Forum, like I said, just go to go in there, like if you're trying to search for you know, something to do with maybe Amazon or something, how do you, you know, become an Amazon associate or something like that, you could probably go to the Warrior Forum and type that in and get an answer. How do you do this or that? And another thing I found on the Warrior Forum too, a lot of people will go, especially when there's a new launch, like Affiliate Cash Funnel or whatever the new latest launch is. A lot of people will go on there and they'll ask other people that's in the Warrior Forum if they've got it, if they've tried it, if they know anything about it. And a lot of times you can find out just how much junk that this stuff is. They'll tell you, just don't buy it, it's junk. So I've actually learned a lot on the Warrior Forum, and you just don't go over there to spend money. Go over there to find answers to your questions. And not only the Warrior Forum, there's also the Net Marketing Forum, and there's a bunch of other marketing forums out there, and you can actually learn a lot. And once you get up to a level to where you've posted and you've asked questions and you've answered questions, I mean some forums make you post a certain amount of posts before they'll allow you to put a signature in your you know, in your forum post, your profile. So once you post enough, you can actually put your put a little banner or something in there, a link in your signature that links back to your Traffic Exchange. So like I said, when you're at the Warrior Forum or any other marketing forum like that, yeah, Net Marketing Forum is dead, Tom, but you can still go back through and find answers to some older stuff. I mean, there's answers in there where I know they have had some really heated discussions in that Net Marketing Forum. So they may not be posting new stuff anymore. They may not be actually you know, maintaining the site anymore, but there's still a lot of nuggets in there that's from the past of people asking questions and stuff in there. And just don't believe everything you read or hear. Just read it and take it for what you think or what you feel. And if it's something that you can try it. And if it doesn't work, then you can say, well, that doesn't work. But you know, these marketing forums are a good place to get, you know, some ideas and some help. I've actually thought about starting up my own type of a net marketing forum, but I just don't think I have time at the moment to maintain it or to monitor it. So, and then another way that you can promote is like Facebook groups for marketers and stuff like that. And another little thing that people overlook when they're in Facebook. Do you know you can post notes in Facebook? You can actually, there's a little thing on the left there, you can post notes, and you know, go there and post a good description of your site, and post, you know, a link back to your site right there in Facebook in that little notes and stuff. And if something, a lot of times I'm seeing a lot of people go in there, and when they have promos and stuff like that, they'll post those promos and stuff in there. But make use of them little notes and stuff, and find you some Facebook marketing groups. Another good place to, you know, learn stuff. And of course, you don't want to get on there and spam the you know, forums or spam Facebook. You know, you don't want to do that, but you want to learn how to approach it, you know, to where you don't look spammy. And then of course you got, like we all know this, we network in Skype and Yahoo and Google Plus and Google Hangouts, Facebook, just, you know, networking with each other. I mean, that's another great way to promote your Traffic Exchange. And a lot of times you can promote your Traffic Exchange without realizing that you're promoting it, because you just get into a discussion about it. And the biggest part of the time, and I've had it done to me many times, they'll ask you, what site do you own? And you know, they just opened that window right there, and then you can put your link in there, and that's not spam. When they ask you for that link, it's not spam. But when you just jump up and grab somebody, and they do this to me all the time in Facebook, somebody will request to be friends and I'll accept. The first thing they do is send me an email. "Hi, I'd like for you to try this product." You know, they start pitching me right off the bat. They don't socialize with me or make friends with me. So that's just the wrong way to go about it. So don't do that. Don't get in Skype or Facebook or anywhere else, or even the forums. Don't get in there and just start pitching people right off the bat. Make friends with people. Get to know them. Like James was talking in his wrap up the other night about asking, talking to the other traffic exchange owners and stuff. Talk to them. Get to know them. And you'd be surprised at what you could accomplish just by getting to know the other traffic exchange owners and stuff, and getting to know other people that don't know anything about traffic exchanges. Then you have the pleasure and the honor to show them what a traffic exchange is and how to use it. But you got to do it in a way that it's not a pitch approach. So, like, "Hi, I'm John Black, and I own Surfing with the Oldies. I wish you'd come and join. You just love it. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread." You just can't do that. People will run when you start pitching them. That's just all I can say about that. It's actually no-brainer stuff. It's no-brainer stuff. Don't spam people. Don't be spammy. And that'll get you booted from a lot of Skype rooms, forums, a lot of places, Facebook groups. You will get booted for spam. Do not spam. I mean, people, marketers and coaches, trainers, they've been saying that over and over and over all this time. Do not spam. Don't spam people. And yet today, just today, I saw a marketer or a traffic exchange owner spam a Skype room with a link. Didn't even ask, didn't even tell what the link was, just slapped a link in there. That's spam. I don't care how you look at it. It's spam. I don't care how long you've been in that room, and if you know every person in that room. If they had, if anybody had asked for that link, they could have side-Skyped them and gave them the link. But that's not what happened. They just came in, slapped the link in there. And, that's spam. I don't care. So, I mean, that's all I can say about that. I mean, you guys know what spam is. Yeah, even if they would have asked, "Can I post this link? This link is about XXX program. I would like to post this link if you don't mind. Do I have your permission?" And most of the time, the owners of the rooms or the forum, they'll say yes if you ask. I mean, that's a lot of times, like, people have come and actually stole stuff off my kitchen table before. It might have been $10. I said, "Well, if you would have asked, I would have gave it to you. But because you stole it, it's the principle of it. Because you stole it from me, that's what makes it wrong." And it really hurt my feelings. It made me mad.
It's distrust.
Yeah, you lose trust with each other that way. So ask before you post links anywhere. That's the polite thing to do. And as I was talking about earlier, you put your signatures in the forums, in your emails, and everywhere you post. Make sure you put your signature and stuff there. And another thing too, and even in your emails that you send, like to your friends and stuff, I don't know how many of you guys do this, and I've been doing it for a while, and it has worked to an extent, and it's not spam. But I have a signature in my Gmail, and what it does, it promotes RoboForm, and it's just a little itty bitty banner that I put in there. And a lot of times when somebody sends me an email, it might be a political email, or it might be a religious email, or we all get them from our friends and stuff. And if you look up above, you'll see probably 100 emails and names up there that email's already been sent to. So you forward that email to all your friends, and then all your friends, if they like the email, they'll probably forward it to all their friends. And whenever they do that with mine, that little RoboForm banner is getting forwarded on and on and on and on. So, and it's not spam that way. It's my email signature. And I don't send emails to anybody that's not in my contact list, or if it doesn't. I mean, if I ever send an email to somebody that didn't want it, that was in my contacts, just tell me. I won't send you no more emails. So, I'm drinking my coffee tonight so I won't get hoarse. I've been having a lot of trouble with getting hoarse lately and losing my voice. So I'm trying to keep the old whistle wet to keep it from but yeah, I mean, that's just another little idea right there. You can put a signature, maybe your name and your site name or something in your emails. And a lot of times when you forward something, I mean, I get a lot of those Money Angel emails and stuff, and Obama, I get a lot of them. A lot of people against Obamacare, and you know, I get jokey cartoon emails about Obama and stuff like that. I get that stuff all the time, and I just forward it on to a few of my contacts. And I know more than likely they're going to forward it on to all their contacts. So it's kind of like viral marketing in a way, but a lot of people overlook that one little thing there. So, and always put your signature in the forums and stuff like that. And then you got the mailers. Of course, you got AdCheaver, and you got Max Mailer Pro. Oh, there's a bunch of them that come out. Viral Mail Profits. Come on, you guys, list off some more. I can't think of them. What's DA's? One Modern Mailer that just come out, and Universal Power Marketing. That's a mailer that just came out. Top Tier Mailer, SMG. Yeah, there's a bunch of them that just come out. So they're effective. I'm hoping Jackie will be doing some Froggy Mailer. I'm hoping Jackie's going to do maybe a little training session or whatever on some of these mailers and the Viral Mail Profits. And I'm really looking forward to that. So I've been all excited about it because I'll honestly tell you, I'm not as experienced with mailers. I'm sitting here telling you that they are a good avenue or a good way to promote if used effectively. I'm not so sure I'm using them effectively. And part of that effectiveness has to do with your subject line, and I'm not even sure about the body of the email and stuff like that, because most people open these mailers and they'll scroll straight down to the bottom to get that link to go to the site, and most of the time they don't even read, you know, what you write in the mailer. So I don't really know about that. The only thing I can say is some people, they write this great big huge long email, and some people may not put nothing in the body. They just, there's the link, you know. And I would say that would be more effective. If you got a decent subject line that piques their interest to open that email, and you put just maybe a little short description in there, and they click that link down there to get their credits, that's where you want to sell to them at. And right, Tom, to keep it short, the point is to get them to click to see your site or splash, and that right there is where you want to market at. You want to do your best marketing on that splash or whatever it is there you're promoting. And if it's a ClickBank product or some other, you know, product like DigiResults, JVZoo, whatever else, I would advise myself to create a nice splash for these, because I mean there's just so many exit pop-ups and all that stuff that it. But yeah, I hate that too. I hate to have to page way down to find the credit link. But most people, that's exactly what they do. I mean, they scroll straight down. Right. That's right, James. Those email headlines that you use, you can also use in text ads in the traffic exchanges. It's got to be something catchy, something to get their attention, you know. So you gotta say, wow, that's neat. I'm going to click that, you know. And I've seen a few text ads made me. I just had to click to see what in the world they was talking about. So you just got to be really creative and come up with a really good catchy subject line for your text ad or for your email, for your mailer. And it's kind of hard sometimes, you know. You just sometimes I'll sit here with just trying to add a text ad and I'm just blank. You know, how can I explain Splash Wave in a creative way? yeah, I don't think so, Tom. But yeah, you know, it's like, how do you explain Splash Wave in a creative way that's going to make people click? So yeah, I sit here with a blank mind sometimes, just sitting here staring at my screen, just trying to think. And the best I could come up with, I think, for Splash Wave, you'll see a lot of text ads that says, "Hey, hot doggers," because that's how I address my members. You know, it's a hot dogger. It's got to do with you know, the beach and hanging tin and stuff like that. So I try to. Yeah, that one might do. 41 ways in which the Raiders suck. That might do. That might make James click. But yeah, they're just. Yeah, Jay. I knew he was going to say something like that. But this is just a few things here, you know, and the most important of all is to take action. You can't slap something up online and just ignore it. You need to take some kind of action. You need to do something. One of these things that I've showed you here in this presentation, you know, you need to take some kind of action and try to be consistent. If you're going to do mailers and traffic exchanges, you know, try to set yourself a schedule. You know, today I'm going to surf these 5 traffic exchanges for, you know, an hour, and then I'm going to do these mailers for an hour or whatever. Set yourself, you know, some kind of a schedule, and try to be consistent and stick with that schedule. Because not everybody can afford to go out, you know, to the traffic exchanges and the mailers and buy all these credits and stuff, and buy all these upgrades and all that stuff. So when you're strapped for cash, you know, you don't have, you know, you got to do it the hard way. But you still should be consistent with whatever you're doing. Whether it's going to 10 sites and buying credits that day, or whether it's going to, you know, the mailers and sending out your mails and stuff. Try to be consistent, and you know, don't just expect to slap something up and voila, I'm rich. It just don't work that way. And I've said that over and over and over. It takes work. If you're going to work online, it takes work. So you're not going to make money by sitting on your butt not doing nothing. So and you know, a traffic exchange and or a mailer or any kind of membership site, it's something that you got to tend to every day. Every day. Go into your admin areas and check for your support tickets, and you know, it's just an everyday thing. So if you're going to open up a traffic exchange, be prepared to do that. Because once you stop mailing, once your members stop getting your mails, and your site starts going downhill and stuff, after a while you won't have anybody surfing. That they think that the owners abandoned the site, so what's the use to surf there? And I used to be really bad about slacking on sending out emails. I'm one of them kind of people that I absolutely hate to write emails. I do, I hate it. But I found that it's just something that I've got to do. Like it or not, I need to mail every day. So I took Tony Tezak's advice, and I sat down and I created me some email templates. And a lot of times all I have to do with these templates is personalize them for the members and stuff. And I'm not talking about writing name in there. I'm talking about personalizing them for my members, so that they'll know that I wrote that email and it's not some canned response or something. And I do canned responses, you know, in my email, in my support tickets and stuff, but I personalize them. because I get asked the same questions over and over and over a lot of times, and one of the most famous questions is, how do I make money with this site? And that's just one of the popular questions that gets asked a lot. I've got it in my knowledge base, but it seems like they don't always read the knowledge base. So I have a canned response, and if somebody named Tom sends me a support ticket, how do I earn cash with this site, then I'll get my canned response out, and I'll put at the top, I'll put, hello Tom, and then the response is already there, and then I just sign it, because that's a time saver. And that's just just get out there and do it. If forums is not for you, then do something like mailers. If mailers is not for you, then there's traffic exchanges. But me, I try to be everywhere. I try to be in as many places as I can. I mean, I'm on the Warrior Forum. I don't go over there and buy stuff every day, but I go on there a lot, and I'll put a post up, and, maybe ask a question, but most generally you'll get 4 or 5 answers. So if you're struggling with a certain problem or an issue, go on there and ask the question, or type it in the search box and do a search. You're more than likely somebody's already asked that question that you're getting ready to ask, especially on the Warrior Forum. I'd say 99% chance somebody's already asked that question. So do a search on that. Use the keywords that you're looking for, and I'm sure you'll come up with plenty of results. But has anybody got any questions or anything like that, or comments? I'll shut this presentation off and shut the mic down here, and if anybody wants to get on the mic and make a comment, then go right ahead, feel free. Yeah, I am starting to lose my voice already. Even drinking this coffee, I'm losing my voice.
I made a short comment in earlier when you were talking about mailers and stuff, but I just wanted to just elaborate on that a little bit, because I own TxAd exchanges and stuff, and using mailers and all this and everything all the time, and using Soloads. And I know you're exactly right. People don't read them if they're too long. And Soload or mailers, they are not meant to be real long. And unfortunately, in my own TxAd exchanges, I see people making them way too long, where you have to scroll way down, and they want to take up a couple pages. It seems like, things. That's not what they're meant for. It's meant for just giving a few, with what do you call it? Can't think of the word I'm thinking of now. Trying to think of the few points. They're short. They want to be short and sweet. But you just want to put some bullet points in there, and of what whatever you're talking about, whether it's a program or if it's products that you own. Highlights. Thank you, Jonathan. That's what I was trying to think of. Highlights. That's all you're supposed to do, is give it just a little bit of highlights and get them to click on to go to your site and read more about it once they get to the site. So it's not supposed to be meant for a huge, long, dragged out thing. And if you just give a few highlights, and when I write mine, that's all I do. I don't make them that long. And one other tip I'm going to give you is with mailers, if you have, if they have access to, an editor, and you can change the color and change the font, you'll get a lot more people clicking on it, and you'll get a lot more response when people see it. If they're short, but make them more in color. When people use color, people tend to click on them more. And I don't mean make them all crazy, 20 different colors and blinking and flashing and all that stuff. That's not necessary. When I send out mine, I make them in just one color, maybe a blue or red or purple or something. But when you use color, it does make a difference in somebody clicking on it. But if you make them all crazy and stuff, you know, that kind of tends to turn people off, and like getting it too loud, and sometimes people don't, you know, they don't even want to bother with it. They just want to turn that off. So that's another good thing to use is when you use color, but just use one color. Yeah, I like to use purple. I use red. Maybe I might make it two colors, but I might just put the bullet points. Maybe some really, if I really want to make a couple good points stand out, I'll put that in red. And then, but I'll usually use either like blue, navy blue, or purple. And then if I want to make something really stand out, one of the points or a couple points, I'll put the red in there. But otherwise, I just use the one color. So that's another little tip that you guys, I'll give you about mailers and stuff like that, solo ads, to get people to really want to pay attention to them and click on through, because that does make a difference when you use color. People just tend to get tired of seeing black and white. So that's just my little points and little tips on solo ads and mailers and text ad exchanges when you send things out. Just keep them short. Don't make them, you know, a novel, and use a little bit of color, and I think you'll see that those will really work a lot better.
Yeah, that's true, Marilyn. And another thing too, like when there's a big launch or something, it seems like everybody uses the same swipe email, or they'll use the same content, the swipe. They'll just swipe it out. They're just too lazy to write their own content. I mean, if you want me to join a mailer, you know, that you're promoting, or an exchange or something, tell me why you think that I should join it, not why the owner, you know, wrote his swipe file and you just use that. Tell me why you think, what do you like about this exchange or this mailer or whatever, instead of just being lazy and, you know. And I hate that. I'll get the same email from like 10 different marketers with the same subject lines. They didn't even change the subject line, nothing, you know. So try to be unique. That's the thing. And it's hard to be unique, you know. And yeah. Well, Kathy, a lot of times though, they'll tell if you're in on a JV launch, they'll tell you ahead of time when the launch is going to be, and they have time to set up their autoresponders or whatever. They have plenty of time, you know, and they've had probably a month to use the thing, to explore it, to look around in it, or maybe at least a week or two. You know, to me, there's just no sense in just using the swipe file, and then, you know, I get 10 or 15 emails from the same, and it's bad with WSOs the same way, and so just try to be unique. I mean, it's kind of hard to stand out, you know, if you're in a crowd of 1 million people, and there's a whole lot more people than that online, but even if you're in a crowd of 1 million people, it's hard to stand out. But that's what you got to strive to do, to stand out, and don't be like Marilyn was talking about, black and white. You know, don't be black and white like everybody else. So, and just try to be unique. And if it means writing psychedelic text, then go for it. You know, I've seen that before. You know, text was all different colors, and
yeah,
it got my attention though. And there's some weird things online that actually catches my attention. I was surfing one day, don't remember where it was at, but I seen a banner that said, "Welcome to the new and improved Green Lizard Hits." And you know, that thing just caught my attention. It had a big lizard, you know, on the right side of it and everything, and I don't know, it just caught my attention, and I just howled and laughed about it. I did. It didn't make me actually want to join it, but it actually caught my attention though. And if it would have been a program other than that, I might have actually joined it. But But I could say one thing about that banner. That banner did stand out, and so, and I've been finding that, it used to be it was 99% static banners. It was just a banner and that was it. And then people were standing out by making their banners blink or making them animated. And nowadays there's so many animated banners and stuff. I think the static ones stand out. If you just a static banner with no movement on it, it stands out because it's the only one on the whole page that's not blinking or flashing or whatever else. So you just got to figure out ways to be unique and stand out. And so yeah, that's true, Nancy. It kind of gives you a headache, but right, Ken. That's basically what I'm saying. Being subtle is you stand out more by being subtle sometimes than you do by trying to flash people, flashy lights and all that stuff. So, but that's about all I can really say about promoting. I mean, it's just basic stuff, If you approach it from the right direction, then you should end up in the right place. But if you go start spamming people and start being extremely disagreeable with everything people says and all that stuff, and you're not gonna go anywhere that way. Yeah, Nancy, some of these, like I said, too much blinking and flashing and all that stuff, you just don't see it. You become, what do they call that? Banner blindness or ad blindness or whatever. And it's like going to a blog. Almost every blog that I ever saw, on the left or right or both, is just banners all the way down through there. People don't even look at that stuff anymore. They've seen it so much they don't even see it. So it's just they become blind to the ads and stuff because they're all in the same place. And it's the same with traffic exchanges. 99% of the banners is all up and down the left underneath the menu buttons and stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, Marilyn. They get desensitized and they just get ad blindness. So me, I don't want to put my ads underneath my menu buttons on the left because that's where everybody has theirs. I try to put mine in some unique places where they might notice them when they go on that page.
Down the middle.
And a lot of my banners that I create are just static banners. They're not anything special. I got like for oldies, I got one static and one that's animated. Then same thing with Splash Web. I think I got like 2 or 3 that's animated, and then the rest of them's just plain old static banners. I try to give my members a choice, that maybe they don't want to use a flashy banner. And then same thing with text ads. I've noticed this, and a lot of people don't know this. It's a little trick that I happen to know, though. You can't do it in LJ, and you can't do it in Ventrino. But if you're in an LFMTE traffic exchange, you can make your text ads blink. And that's what I do. I know some of my ads blink, and I know that because most text ads don't blink, that people see mine when they show up. They're blinking. So a lot of people didn't know that you could do that with LFMTE either. But I'm one of them kind of people that I'm always playing around, experimenting. Yeah, Flash. Flash is nice. I mean, it looks nice and everything like that. But you have people using AdBlock. You have people using NoScript. And it blocks those Flash ads. So that's the reason my banners are just plain old .jpg or .gif. Where you can, the GIF they blink or they're animated. The .jpg or .png, those are just static. Hello, Kim. I was just talking about you. I I was talking about your emails and how would you like to use purple. I like Kim's emails. I always read Kim's emails, and you know I'm on a lot of marketers' list, and a lot of times I just don't read their emails because they're not interesting. But I don't think Kim's ever sent an email that I didn't read. And when I find a mistake, yeah, I go to Kim. Hey Kim, your link don't work. Something like that. But yeah, I like Kim's emails. And she puts her, she got a cartoony like picture of herself. And she uses the purple font, you know, color and stuff. I like Kim's emails they're a pleasure to read. Put it that way. And some of these other ones, it's just, I don't know. Maybe what I'm trying to say is, like, the difference between Kim's emails and a lot of the other ones that I get from marketers, she doesn't push so hard. She doesn't pitch too hard. And the other ones just seem like that's all they do. They just pitch. Every email they send, go buy this WSO, and you know, go buy that product, and blah blah blah, on and on and on. They don't have any content. And that's what me and Robert Putty, we kind of got into a little discussion about this here a while back. He said, "Bud, you signed up on their list knowing that you was going to get marketed to." I said, "Yeah, I signed up on their list and they promised me some content and I haven't seen it yet." Now, you know, it's just a right and a wrong way to market to people. I think at least every other email should be content. It should be something that I can use in my business and not just pitch. And that's what I told Robert. I didn't sign up for spam. I signed up for content. If you want to do some soft marketing to me at the end of your mail or something like that, that's fine. But when they send the same emails, you know, wanting you to buy this WSO, it's the greatest thing in the world, and oh, go buy that product, and it's just the greatest, and you know, it's just all the time marketing to you. No content, no suggestions or advice or nothing. And that, I mean, it just puts me off. A lot of these marketers I've unsubscribed. A lot of the other marketers I'm probably going to be unsubscribing soon because they just don't ever send content. Yeah, that's right, and that's the reason. Like Kim, I've been on Kim's list for ages, but I can't say that for 90% of the marketers that I've signed up to their list for this or that. And even if you go buy a WSO, you got to sign up to their list for their updates. We'll send you updates using this email. They don't send me updates. They send me more WSO pitches every day, sometimes 2 times a day. And so I just unsubscribed. I said, I don't care if you do have an update. I'm tired of your emails, your pitches. So, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say in this webinar. You know, about effective marketing and stuff. You got to do it in a way that's effective and not spammy. And if you're using other traffic exchanges, you know, you can actually spam traffic exchanges, believe it or not. I know that you're there to look at other pages and stuff like that, but the thing of it is, if you got something there that you're trying to sell, and I mean, the one thing that I absolutely hate this, you'll see on this side, you'll see a little video right here that's just some pre-made. You got text shooting up at you and stars coming out and all that stuff, and how great and wonderful this is. And you got on the other side, you got a little sign-up box here, your name and email. Doesn't tell you nothing about the product. If you want to get rich, put your name right here, and you know, whatever. So stuff like that I don't sign up to because they didn't tell me what it was. And then you scroll down to the bottom and you see this little disclaimer down there. If you read that disclaimer, you know, you can tell that more than likely that product is probably ClickBank or something. It's probably junk or something. But I just get so tired of seeing overhyping and underselling. That's what I get tired of. And I've quit a lot of this stuff I just quit even looking at because I know it's probably something from last year or 2005 or something like that. So it's just it goes back to the effectiveness of your promoting. And if you're promoting something like that, like I was talking about a while ago, that has no information about it, if you've already signed up to this program and you know what it is, then why don't you make a splash explaining what this program is to people? And don't expect them to sign up just because you got a flashy video there and a sign up form. Yeah, right, Kim. And then that's what I was talking about earlier about ClickBank having a huge refund rate because it's so much overhype, undersell, and yeah, shiny objects. Yeah, there's a lot of people suffering from that. They won't get a good product or a good program and stick with that. And once you start getting money with that, then you can move on to a second program and start promoting it along with, and start making money from that. But if you're not promoting quality, then you're not going to succeed. And as far as ClickBank and stuff's concerned, there's just not much quality there. There's just, I've went to my ClickBank account before. Like I said earlier, I had over $200 in ClickBank commissions, and I went back a week later, and over, I'd say about 60 to 65% of those sales that I made resulted in a refund within a week. So I went from over $200 down to like 50 or 60 in a week. So it's just not worth it. So go find yourself a quality product that you know is good and promote that. That's just like Maxa from Cheap Benny Sites. He has this, and I was more than happy to promote. He has a program called Smoking Headers, and I know Maxa does great work because he did 3 of my traffic exchanges. He did C-Star Hits, Splash Wave, and Surfing with the Oldies. He built those designs, and I know that Maxa does good work. I have no problem promoting that, So, and Kim, you're right. Again, you're right. They have no reason refund policy, and then you also do have serial refunders. They get in there and get a refund even on a product that might be good. But I've seen so many ClickBank products that were so overhyped, and they just undersold so bad. So I just got away from ClickBank because ClickBank doesn't seem like they want to really monitor their vendors and stuff appropriately. I'm not saying that they need to really crack down on in this respect, but in the other respect of them overhyping their products, that if ClickBank would actually go look at the product that their vendor is selling, is this a decent product or not? And if it's not, then they should say, well, you need to take some of that hype off your page, and that's just my opinion. I'm not really putting ClickBank down, and I'm not really telling anyone that you can't be successful with ClickBank, but I'm saying I've had a bad experience with them, and DigiResults is a good place. JVZoo and DigiResults, I have sold some stuff there. I can't remember where it was through. Oh, it was through PaySpree. PaySpree is where it was through. There was well, if you go to my jonathanblack.us website, you'll see this little thing. It's in the upper right hand corner, and it kind of floats like that. It's like a little pull cord. And as soon as I went on a website and I saw this thing, I said, I gotta pull that cord. And it was not intrusive. It wasn't like a pop-up or anything like that. But as soon as I put my mouse over it, a little ad come out. So, yeah, right, Kim. You have to be picky, and really, be picky what you promote. But usually, what the things I promote, I'm using. And I've done pretty good with PaySpree and this little it's called Pull2 cord, and I really like the product, and so I've started promoting it. And I know it's a quality product, and so I have no problem promoting it. But that's like I said, though, it just goes back on the effectiveness of your ads and where you're promoting. You got to watch how you promote at certain places. This is what I'm saying. There's a lot of different ways to promote, but you just got to approach each promotional, like forums, you got to approach them in a certain way. Facebook, you got to approach it a certain way, a different way than you would a forum. Traffic exchanges, you approach them from a different way than what you would a forum or a Facebook. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of different ways to promote, and there's also the correct way to approach each marketing style or a method or whatever you want to call it. So that's basically what it boils down to. I mean, that's the bottom line. But I won't hop off the mic again. My voice is I'm starting to lose my voice. Anybody have any comments? Maybe Kim has something that she'd like to say about it, and I'll get off the mic here real quick. Get Kim up there. She's an Australian. She probably ain't got her mic. Next, you don't have her mic on.
Just a comment I'm going to make. Great information, Jonathan. As usual, you had an awesome webinar, so I thank you for that, and great job as always.
Well, I appreciate everybody coming. I hope you got something out of it. If anybody wants a copy of this presentation, I'll put my my Skype in here, and you can just get a hold of me on Skype. I can send you a copy of my presentation. And thank you guys for coming. I'll be doing in LA this Tuesday. I'm starting a series on HTML for newbies. So if any of you guys are interested in learning HTML, I'm starting right on page 1, right from the start. So that'll be in LA Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, Kim, I thought that was kind of freaky, I guess. I was just talking about you and you showed up. That was kind of freaky. But I'm glad you made it. And maybe next time you can, next Sunday night. I'm here every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So if any of you guys want to show up, or like I said, I'm always glad to give the mic over to anybody that wants to comment or questions, anything like that. I'm definitely not a mic hog. So if anybody has anything to say or anything like that, always just, when I'll give the mic up 2 or 3 times. Yeah, just jump right on there. But I'm glad you guys came, and I suppose I'll see you either Tuesday or next Sunday at 7 p.m. Same bat time, same bat channel.